All right, so theoretically we are live. So we can go, like, testing 1, 2,
5,
3.
6.
Oh, don't make me lose count like that.
Oh my gracious.
We'll try this again. Testing 8,
7, 6,
5, 4.
3, 2.
1, 2,
3,
4, 5, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Sure, that sounds great. Does it
Hana,
sound great?
dul, set, net. Os, yos, igo,
Ich-
yodol.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, what Sam says.
All right, are you ready to do this? Did we test enough? Have I
I think
tested your patience?
I guess so. So just like, the end of the line for Tickle Me Omo with the test tickles. Here we go.
Here we go. Welcome to
We'll figure it out.
Today on We'll Figure It Out, we are going to semi-expose super secret project. Our super secret category in our finances. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but we're not going to reveal what it is until next week, because next week is when we will know if said super secret will come to fruition.
Yeah, what she said.
Okay, so before we get started, I needed to let you know that this was recorded back in the end of May. We are now in October. The super secret budgetary project / budget fund category, it was slightly delayed. And during the delay, we also had Hurricane Ida. And then before the delay, we had COVID, which actually was part of the delay. So in the last 3 months, we had COVID, evacuated for a hurricane, came back home for a couple of days, and then we had a family medical emergency to deal with. So life has been a little hectic. But we have finally gotten super secret taken care of. We have completed the mission, and next week we will be revealing it all. So I hope you enjoy this episode, even though it was recorded months ago. And stick around till next week to find out what super secret was. And hey, don't forget to go on the socials and tell us what you think it is.
I totally don't know the super secret plan of invading.
Well, the problem is that I don't know if you can hear Noah. But Noah, the microphones that we are using will not pick up your voice unless you are right here. So.
Oh, yeah, that definitely picked him up. I watched that on the meter.
So I know you want to participate in this a little bit, but you're going to have to be a little bit selective in your participation and make sure that your voice.
Yelling!
No, not yelling.
No,
but
don't
at
yell.
least turn your head towards Jeremy and speak that way.
Yeah, like, send it this direction-ish. Kinda.
Volleyball your voice toward the direction of Jeremy.
Yes. So another thing is today is our first venture into using this audio input interface thingy. D has used another audio input interface from my son, and we decided that we needed to buy our own. And so if the audio on this thing is horrible, it's my fault, because I'm the one that's actually the sound engineer on tonight's episode.
Podcast.
So
Yes, you are the sound engineer, and I'm very thankful because I know diddly squat about sound other than you grab a microphone, you plug it in, and it makes sound and records.
yeah, well, I'm not used to this either. It's been probably close to 15 years since I've messed with actual sound recording and
Weren't you
all
a
this
DJ
stuff.
in a former life?
Semi-ish. I mean, I was kind of partly, but not like, like the full-time DJ guy. That was the sidekick-ish. I was the tech guy. I mean, I was able to.
Don't you still have DJ equipment at Katie's house?
I actually have a Technics SL1200
Like I know what that is, but okay,
in
go ahead.
her attic. It's a very expensive turntable. And an SLB 101, which is a not as expensive turntable, but it's a belt drive, and it's a decent turntable. It's up in her attic.
So you have 2 turntables, and now we have microphones?
Yeah, so, well, actually, we would have 2 turntables and several microphones, but, if you really count the other turntable that I have here, that would be 3 turntables and multiple microphones.
Well, then that song reference would be irrelevant.
Yeah, it would be, because it just doesn't fit.
No, it doesn't. We have too many microphones and
several turntables and some microphones. Where it's at.
That is where it's at. But
I can't believe my wife just made a mid-90s Beck reference, but that's okay.
Why does that surprise you?
Because I'm the one that's supposed to make any musical references, and I'm just going to shut my mic off.
Oh no, I've offended him way too much.
That's better than me dropping the mic, I guess.
No, I'm not going to drop.
Mics are expensive.
Yes,
Don't ever drop
I'm
one.
not dropping this, no. Okay, so we briefly mentioned before all of this song reference and chaos that we were going to talk about our super secret category in our budget. So if you have not listened to our budget, what is the name of that episode?
I don't remember.
Something about a budget.
It's something about budgets. Let me pull up the app so I can be correct. So the episode is called Budget Changes and Sinking Funds, and one of our sinking funds was the super secret sinking fund.
It's still super secret, and we're not telling you about it yet.
In that episode, we discussed that we have a sinking fund for a super secret thing that we are not disclosing until possibly next week, because super secret thing could possibly be
It may not come to
acquired by next
reality.
week. Yeah, it's kind of like a how would we describe that?
Tentative.
There we go. It's a tentative thing, and if everything lines up correctly, it will come to fruition. But if we can't make it line up correctly and it falls flat on its face, then our super secret fund will have a redirect. We'll talk about that.
Redirect. It'll have a lot of funds in it that can be waiting for another day.
Yeah, I guess
what that can be.
Right. We're gonna put it on pause for a year.
Yeah, we can put it on pause for however long we feel we need to put it on pause, and just let whatever funds we have build up whatever interest it can build up.
Right.
Excuse me, my turn.
Okay.
I didn't get the good recording of her belch earlier, but I'm sure she can replay that later if need be.
Possibly. We have been consuming some beverages, adult-like beverages, today. And so I guess maybe we should talk about what our goal is with this super secret fund, because honestly, I can't even remember if we discussed that in our budget changes episode.
We kind of touched on it as there was something there for the super secret fund, but we didn't get into any type of specifics. I don't even think we put in the amount that we had that we were looking to set aside for said super secret funds.
No, I don't think we did, because we didn't want to disclose that at that time. And I don't think we really need to disclose the amount.
No, all we can say is that it's a substantial sum.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a substantial purchase.
Yeah. So just if without giving out too many, details or anything, it could be pretty much anything from yet another antique car, say a 1995 Saturn at this point, to.
I liked the 95 series.
And so did I, and I really missed the one that we had. But anyway.
That was the gold car, right?
No, that was actually the green car. That was Colin's car.
Oh, okay.
The green car was a 95. I could just go on a different tangent.
Okay, but Saturns, it might not be a Saturn.
And it might not be, 1966 Impala either.
It might not be a yacht either.
Well, I thought it was going to be a yacht. Didn't we talk about a yacht? Now I'm upset. I'm turning off my mic again.
I mean, I think we discussed like a houseboat at one point.
Yeah, we had discussed houseboats.
Yes. Or land boat.
A land boat. It'd be a land boat giddy.
We go on a 3-hour tour and we never come back. Land boat.
Well, I wish.
I mean, you wish now, but when you have to forage for your own food, that's kind of difficult.
I think I could do.
I think we could, if we had all the boys with us, I think we could survive.
Actually, it might be easier without all the boys.
Oh man, they'd grow up real quick, wouldn't they? Okay, so back to our super secret item category, budgetary item thing we're going to possibly do in 2 weeks. Or I guess by the time that this is out, it'll be 1 week.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah. So we are recording on a Sunday. I usually try to get my stuff uploaded by Thursday. So the following Thursday, we should know whether this super secret item can come to pass or not.
Yeah. And if it doesn't come to pass, then we'll re-record what our, next podcast is going to be about.
Well,
But we're optimistic on this, so our super secret project should be.
Should we name it like Bob or something?
Bob, really?
Tom?
Bob.
No, can't do Tom because you have a friend named Thomas. Hi, Thomas.
I have a friend named Bob too, but I haven't talked to him in a while. Last time I saw him, I ran into him at Harbor Freight. It's been a while.
Didn't know you had a friend named Bob.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I used to work with him.
Maybe it should be a female name, Felicia. Because then if we
bye, Felicia.
That's what I was gonna say. If we don't get her, we're like, bye, Felicia. She needs a name. He needs a name. It needs a name.
It depends on the aggravation of what might come about with it. We might have other names for it, but I won't name their names because they're, they might be listening.
It should be something we're fond of, because if it's something that we're going to actually enjoy, we shouldn't name it something we don't like, right?
I guess.
So let's see. Maybe we could just name it Sky or Rainbow or Mermaid, Sun, East, West. Nope, the Kardashians have that, don't they? I don't even know. I don't follow them. One of those strange celebrity baby names.
Yeah, no. Dweezil. Moon Unit. I mean, that's
Moon Unit.
Yeah, the Zappa kids.
We need to come up with a name.
Europa.
Europa?
It's one of the moons of
what about
Jupiter.
River? Or Rivers?
Rivers. I don't know. It sounds like it's all washed up to me.
Or it could be overflowing with amazingness. We can call it Tina.
Tina? Tina. I would never thought about Tina.
Tamantha? Tabitha?
You're just coming up with... Yeah.
Tamara.
No,
Tamara?
I'd rather deal with today than tomorrow.
Tia than tomorrow. Sister. Okay. Anyway. So Tina.
Trixie?
Oh my gosh. Why Trixie?
I don't know. It's another T name.
Tanya. Nope, Tanya Harding. I can't do it.
No.
Why do all of these names have to be associated with weird things?
Because you associate them with weird things.
Call it Tutu.
Don't mess with my.
Toot toot.
Don't mess with my.
Toot toot.
Okay, we gotta stop there. That's just. Only locals would actually get that one anyway.
Is that really a local thing?
Yeah, that was local.
Really?
Yeah, that was.
Who dat?
Oh gosh, you're gonna make me have to look up. I can't remember, but that was a
Google it.
local. That was local.
I did not realize that.
Yeah. Oh, so not used to this.
We're
thing.
gonna have to reference who the artist is, so for people who are not local, they can go look it up. Okay, well, I don't know why, but my brain keeps going back to Tina, so I think we just call her Tina.
All right, searching. Denise LaSalle. Don't mess with my toot toot. Album is Blues from the Montreux Jazz Festival.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Local thing, awesome.
Yeah.
I never even realized that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we are going to now refer to our super secret category and purchase as Tina.
Or toot toot.
Tina Tutu?
Don't
Tutu
mess
Tina.
with my.
Tina Tutu! Let's just go with Tutu. I like it.
All right, so when we're referring to toot toot, that's the song is officially called Toot Toot. Don't mess with my toot
Toot, toot.
toot.
I know.
But you know,
And call it Tutu. Because everybody in New Orleans slurs their words together into one syllable. And
it's
you like,
because they've been doing like we've been doing, and we've been drinking, yo.
I mean, that could account for it, but like we're lazy and we don't like to pronounce words fully. So we're going to call her Tutu. So Tutu is going to need some things once we acquire Tutu.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the things that Tutu's going to need, because we're going to have to figure out in what order we acquire and accomplish,
or install, or complete, or
in what order we are going to do the things that need to be done.
okay, what we're going to do is we're going to make a list, and we're going to throw numbers at that list, and whatever number lands on what.
Maybe we should do like Wheel of Fortune, and we like put the things on a wheel and we spin it, and whatever it lands on, we do.
You really want me to build a wheel right now? I mean, honestly, I've been drinking.
Don't.
That'd be bad.
I
It's
mean,
going to
we
be out of balance.
We've just got
off-center.
new tires. We could figure something out.
Yeah, but they're not mounted. They're just sitting in the garage, which
Wait.
I need to bring them.
We do have tires on rims in the backyard that we could put on something to spin around. Could we not?
Yeah, but we'd need a 4-lug hub to put it onto.
We always don't have the thing. What, Noah?
Just use Google. There's wheels.
A rant? Oh, we can do a random picker thing.
Hey, Google, what should we do first?
You gotta call it Giggle.
Oh. Okay, Giggle. What do we need to do first?
She's thinking.
She's like, there's not enough information for me.
I can't find what you are looking for. She's gonna time out and be
She's
like,
got the little spinny thing happening.
does she? I don't see
Yeah.
it. Okay. We have to call our Google Giggle. I don't know why. I don't know if somebody changed her name to Giggle, but she does not respond to Google.
She's confused.
Okay, so anyway, we can put each thing as a number, and then we can put a random number picker. There's like websites that do random number pickers for like giveaways for like YouTubes that do random number picker generators, and then we'll just put in like if we have 10 items, 1 to 10, and it picks an item, and we do that.
I actually used to know how to do a random number generator thingy.
Then you can do old
Basic.
school. You can put numbers on a piece of paper and stick it in a hat and pick.
Am I showing my age when I referred to the programming language BASIC?
I mean, you could, but I know what you're referencing, so does that show my age as well?
Well, what does BASIC stand for?
Oh my gosh, I don't know.
Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code.
That's quite basic.
Yes.
Okay, so Tutu needs... Anyway, I digress. Oh, that reminds me of one of the things that made me like you when we first met.
Because I used to speak binary. I get it. I understand. And it really was the kicker when I let her know that I also knew how to speak hexadecimal.
That was
just
it.
the really
I
thing.
was done.
When you move into base 16, it's all over with.
Now, I don't know that. That was right over my head. But the...
1010101110.
Speak to me in binary, baby. Anyway, so... Oh my gosh, we're so off course here. Okay, so Tutu is going to need some things, right? Tutu needs things on the inside, and Tutu needs things on the outside. There are many things that can have an inside and an outside. So I would really like to hear what y'all think this might be. Like, if you had to guess what Tutu was going to be, what would you guess? Like, leave us a comment. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram. I also have a YouTube, but you can also email me at what is it?
Mom of Boys.
Nope.
Mom of Boys on a Budget?
Yes, momofboysonabudget@gmail.com. So we would love to hear what you think Tutu is. We need interior and exterior things. We have to buy things for interior and exterior. And we also have to implement or build or project do completion.
Yes.
I don't know how to say this without disclosing what it is.
We need to accomplish.
The things we need to accomplish and the things we need to purchase to accomplish said things. There is 2 projects that I think are the top priorities. The one exterior and the one interior. Do you agree that the safety project is the number 1 priority?
Oh, the exterior safety?
Exterior safety.
Oh, yeah, that's number 1. That's...
Can't do anything else till we do that.
Correct.
Okay.
Which is why I've been, itching to access said project to
go to Tutu and do some measurements.
Right, and plan out what we need to do to, at minimum, get said safety item completed.
We need to call the person in charge of access to see if we can access before the next Thursday date when this should be all wrapped up.
Oh, access lady.
Hello?
Access lady, are you listening?
If you are listening, we would like to know if we can access said Tutu.
That just really sounds...
Weird.
If anybody from my work is listening, please don't create another Dr. Davis meeting, please.
What in the world is that? Dr. Davis meeting?
Sensitivity training. Because now we're talking about accessing somebody's tutu.
Oh, God. That's not what I meant. The super secret item called Tutu. All right, so we need to access that to be able... We actually need to access that to do safety item on the on the exterior, and we also need to access it to measure for the interior first priority project. To be able to buy said materials and decide whether we're doing all one material for interior project or we're doing 2 different materials for interior project.
Why limit ourselves to 2 different materials?
Because it makes it easier.
With as many materials as we have at hand?
We don't have any materials on hand.
We get it. It's rough.
Rough.
At hand. I should refer to at hand, not on hand, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's a plethora of choices, but not all choices are within budget. I guess what we need to do is decide what the budget is, but we need to have measurements to decide what the budget is. Because if we can do, let's see, the majority of the project in a medium to lower cost, but then maybe do a higher cost in the smaller area that needs specialized materials. So vague, I know.
Yeah, so vague that I'm trying to, decipher.
Okay, so we need to decide whether we're going to do one thing throughout the interior project or if we're going to break it up into the large areas versus the small areas that need to be a specific thing.
Well, I am thinking that, okay, so for the lowest laying project.
That's what we're calling it?
Yeah, we're going to call it the lowest laying project.
Okay, so then, all right, then I'm going to name something else Superman.
We could not be not lowest lane. Lowest, Lowest, lowest as in the one that is the most low. Laying, Laying, lowest laying project.
Oh, I thought you said Lois Lane.
Okay, lowest lane project, sure.
Did y'all hear that? Because that's what I heard. But I've been drinking.
So have I. Which I guess brings out my yat more, huh? Lois Lane.
Lois Lane. So the Lois Lane project. What about her?
Okay. I cannot imagine that we should do that section by section. I think that we need to lay that all as one front to back.
So Lois Lane needs to be completed.
Lois Lane needs to be completed because if we have to section it out, then, well, it'll be in sections.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but I'm saying we could do it in divisions. Well, no, I'm saying not that whether we do it all at once, but do we use one type of material versus 2?
How consistent do we want to keep it? I mean,
I think it would be personally, my preference is to just keep it because of the simplicity of it, to keep it all one item and not do separate, which may increase the cost of the overall project, but in the end, I think it's going to save us on time. Does that make sense?
I don't necessarily believe it'll be saving on time nor money. I think it would just be more appealing
to have a continuous flow.
To have one continuous flow.
Lois Lane be an all one coordinating outfit?
Yes.
Snap.
But not a real green dress. That's cruel.
I don't know what that reference is.
It would be If I Had $1 Million by Bare Naked Ladies.
Gotcha.
I'd buy you a dress.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If I had $1 million. I should have known that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are in agreement that project number 1 and project number 2 are Superman and Lois Lane. Safety issue.
If I go crazy, would you still call me Superman?
No, I wouldn't, because Superman is not crazy. I mean, he jumps off buildings and flies, but that's not crazy, right?
Not necessarily crazy, but impossible, yeah.
Superheroes aren't supposed to have possibilities. I don't know what I just said, but anyway. I think we're in agreement with that. I think we need to call Access Lady so we can measure for Superman and Lois Lane projects.
Access Lady, you know who you are.
You better be listening to my podcast. Our podcast. I'm going to send you a link to this specifically. Like, you need to listen to this so you know what we want. I think she's going to be more confused about it than anybody. Like, what are y'all talking about?
What is this Lois Lane thing you got going? What?
And Superman? What? So, after Lois Lane and Superman are done, let's call the next project Ashley.
Ashley. As in Gone with the Wind, Ashley? What?
I don't know.
Butterfly.
So I'm going to say the next project we're going to name Ashley.
Sure. Why not? Because Ashley just is, it's this ambiguous. It could be male or female name.
It's true. It could be a hearty something or other, or a feminine, flowy something.
Yeah, what she said. I'm out of beer.
Do you need another? That was said with judgment.
Who said need?
I mean, did we even need one? But no, but yes,
No.
I understand.
Wants versus needs.
Yes. This whole episode is wants versus needs, I guess. No, actually, a lot of it is needs.
I wanted a beer earlier, and apparently I picked the 8% alcohol beer twice.
Thank you, Abita Beer, and your strawberry gator. What is it?
Straw Gator.
Straw gator.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Ain't nothing like a good strawberry and a gator to, get your juices slowing down.
Juices slowing? Oh.
Well, alcohol's a depressant.
That didn't sound anything like what you were trying to say, but okay.
We're back.
Again. Okay. So Ashley, we're going to talk about Ashley Project. With Ashley Project, we have to go to a box store of some sort with 4 walls and purchase items.
I'm not buying a box.
Well, it might come in one.
I'll build a box.
With what?
With wood. Give me some wood. I'll build you a cabinet.
But why would I need a cabinet?
Because I figured I could quote Beastie Boys in that moment.
Oh my gosh. Why do I not know what song that's from? I should.
You should. I'm not referencing it right now, though.
Okay. Anyway, so with Ashley Project, we need to go shopping at a store to buy Ashley and all of her friends. And we need to bring Noah to the store to pick out Ashley and maybe one of her friends. And then, are we going to let all of the kids who need an Ashley friend pick out their friend?
I don't know.
Are we going to build Ashley's friends? The cost of the materials to build Ashley friends is my concern, because we already are having to scale back on Superman's. Well, who's Superman's sidekick? Does he have a sidekick?
Superman does not have a sidekick.
Okay. Dang it. Can't reference that then.
I mean, there's... unless you want to go over to Batman and Robin,
No, that doesn't fit.
But,
So-
I've heard that they got ran over by a steamroller, so they're now Flatman and Ribbon.
never heard that, but okay. Thanks, honey.
How many years we've been together and I've never referenced
No,
that joke to you?
not
oh
that
my
I remember.
God.
Not that I remember.
I'm slacking in my old age.
Yes, you are, Dad. Jokes.
Yay, termites. Yeah, there's one inside right there.
Awesome. I let a termite in. Dang termites. Let me turn down the light.
Where's all the wood that they're trying to eat?
In our house.
Our walls?
Are made with wood with sheetrock over them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to break through sheetrock.
There's wood on the outside too. So
There's wood all over the place.
they're looking for specifically wet wood. Because that's weak wood that they can eat. And set up a... Ugh,
There's 2 of them, I think.
or 3. I see definitely 2. Anyway, so we need to get back to Ashley and her friends. I hate termites.
A bunch more over there.
Yes, the termites that are looking for wood.
The termites are swarming.
Termites are looking for wood that's finger licking good. Another reference to the same Beastie Boys song, also called Finger Licking Good.
Inside.
That may need to be edited out.
It's finger licking. It's finger licking good, yo.
Why are y'all naming things?
Because we're trying to be...
Super secret project.
It's a super secret project, and we're trying to be
Super secret.
super secret about it until it's revealed what it is.
And if anybody mentions what the actual super secret project is, they have to go and get me another beer.
I would like to pick out Ashley's friend.
Have you even seen Ashley's friend? I mean, really?
What?
Seen her Instagram.
Have you even seen Ashley, though?
I don't know if Samuel wants to pick out another one of Ashley's friends or not. So we'll have to ask him later. Should I call him and ask him if he wants to pick out Ashley's friends?
Sure, you can call him all you want and ask him about Ashley and her friends. Sam probably knows an Ashley.
I mean, he's on 18,000 Discord servers, so it's possible. All right, let's get Samuel on the phone.
Hey Mom, I'm in the middle of something right now.
Can you answer one quick question?
Yes.
So, Samuel, would you like to pick out one of Ashley's friends?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. What? That's all I needed to know.
Alright, bye.
Alright, bye. So everybody wants to pick out their own Ashley or her friend.
Everybody wants an option.
Who's going to pick out our Ashley's friend?
I'm going to do it blindly. You can't see what I'm going to pick out. You're just going to like it.
Fine. I'll go with that. I'll pick out other things.
We'll probably talk about it after the podcast and stuff at some point in time. I'm not going to just like throw her into
whatever Ashley. That sounds really bad. I'm not going to just throw whatever Ashley at you. Make you deal with an Ashley.
No comment.
Everybody wants to pick out Ashley and her friends. And then I think that the Ashley and her friends needs to be the first purchase after Lois Lane. So Superman, Lois Lane, Ashley.
Sounds about right.
Yes, because then we can do Betty.
I call it pickle fork too.
Pickle fork?
Yeah. If people in the automotive world would know what a pickle fork is.
What is a pickle fork?
It's the device that you use to separate ball joints and tie rod ends from steering knuckles.
Okay, so we could really confuse people.
Yeah,
called a pickle
unless
fork.
somebody really thinks it's an actual pickle fork. Which, by the way, I don't use anything special for taking pickles out of the jar. I use a regular fork or my fingers, depending on how clean my fingers are. I'd usually try to wash my hands before dealing with pickles anyway. But, you know,
Okay, so pickle fork. Pickle fork is our next project.
Sure, pickle fork.
Okay, so are we going to DIY pickle fork? Or are we going to
Buy something that's available for pickle forking.
already constructed pickle fork? Store-bought pickle fork? Or DIY pickle fork?
I don't know. I mean, we've been watching videos on how to pickle fork.
How to DIY pickle fork?
Yeah.
Okay. This is getting very convoluted. I don't know if we'll keep anybody's interest.
We're 48 minutes and 12 seconds in, which is going to wind up editing out till about 26 minutes, probably.
Are we really 40 minutes in?
No, we're really 48 minutes in.
Oh my gracious. A lot of interruptions in that, I'm sure.
There's a lot of laughing and discussing pickle forks and Betty and Ashley's and
Okay.
Lois Lane.
Well, let's get back on track so we can finish this up.
Superman and Batman and Robin, Flatman and Ribbon.
If you are thoroughly confused and lost, it's okay because
So
I
is
think
she.
at this point I am. So pickle fork. We need to get back to pickle fork. Do we decide after Lois Lane, Superman, Lois Lane, and Ashley what we're gonna do with pickle fork?
I'm still thinking that pickle fork needs to happen before Lois Lane. Or needs to be decided before Lois Lane.
Oh, that's right. You did say that.
Or at least pickle fork in the areas in which pickle fork matters.
Which is all of the pickle fork.
No, because pickle fork in certain locate. My God, how many of those things got in the house? Anyway, sorry.
10, 12. Oh my gosh.
We need to move the bug zapper inside.
I guess. Let's finish this up. Okay. So then we have to do Superman pickle fork, Lois Lane. Now or Superman Ash. Nope. Then we can't do Ashley until after pickle fork and Lois Lane.
I mean,
Then
unless you want to leave pickle fork well enough alone and just change the fork on the pickles.
No, but the pickle and the fork need to be changed because I don't like the way it looks. It's a very...
I mean, we can change the handle. We can change the handle on the pickle fork.
I know we could, but I really think it still would look like a subpar pickle fork. Like a cheaply constructed pickle fork. I think once we figure out pickle fork, Lois Lane and Superman, in what order they should be done, I think we can finish with this. So, Superman has to be number one because it's a safety issue.
Superman is established. It's number one.
Okay. So, I guess we need to get measurements, Miss Access Lady, for pickle fork. To be able to decide what pickle fork is going to be and possibly order pickle fork before...
Or plan out pickle fork.
Plan out pickle fork. Right. Because then we could just tape off and then complete Lois Lane to be able to do pickle fork later. Or do we need to do pickle fork first before we do Lois Lane?
I mean,
Or could we do everything but pickle fork's area and then do that later?
Should I turn the light on?
I think if we try to hold off on pickle fork and then perform Lois Lane later, it's going to involve having a seam between layers of Lois Lane.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying about dealing with pickle fork after Lois Lane. And so I think that we can do Superman, Lois Lane, then Ashley, right? Okay. And then we can see where we're at after those things are completed to see if pickle fork is doable within budget.
And it may be the case that we might be able to work with some items of pickle fork in the place that they are.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I guess
what we're
not all
looking
of
at is an overlayment over some of pickle fork,
basically putting a
a facade.
facade on pickle fork. Which I did consider just changing the color of pickle fork. Like instead of having a silver tool pickle fork, then maybe doing a ceramic white overlayment. You know, because tools look pretty when they have ceramic overlayment. I don't know. This is so convoluted. I wonder how many people will actually listen to this and be like, what in the world are they talking about? We all will be revealed next week. We will tell you. Even if we don't go through with Tutu, we will tell you what Tutu was and what Tutu was going to be and what all of these project names were going to be. So you won't be in the dark. So, you know, you'll have to come back next week to figure it out, right?
Unlike us, who are in the dark because of termites.
So I think we have conveyed very secretively what our project and plans are. And who knows how long this episode... It might only be 10 minutes. Who knows by the time we cut everything out.
We're at 58 minutes right now, but you know...
A lot of that was trying to figure out what the heck we're talking about. And I'm sure you are thinking, what the heck are they talking about?
So on this episode of We'll Figure It Out, we
You're
really
gonna
haven't figured anything out. We've confused you more.
And you're going to have to wait till next week so you can figure out what the heck we're talking about.
Well, while we're at this point in our towards the end of the podcast, I just have to express one thing, and that is I'm done.
Fine, you can be done, because I think my brain is going to explode because I have absolutely no idea how to figure all of this out and make it sound like an interesting podcast. I'm sorry. I really apologize if we're like totally confused you.
We've been drinking, so you know. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that because I'm done.
Maybe we should tell them to start drinking so they can like enjoy the podcast, because otherwise they're going to be thoroughly confused.
All right, well, we hope that you'll join us next week for our next podcast in which we discuss Tutu in more detail. And hopefully we'll have figured it out. And I really shouldn't have said all this because I was done. But, yeah.
About the drinking part.
What?
Make sure you're of age to drink.
Yes, please make sure you're of age to drink. We
Yes.
are definitely of age, and me at least 2 times over.
Yes, considering the podcast name is Adulting and Parenting Over 40, we qualify.
In a few days, she'll be able to drink 2 times over. Yeah, that's right. I just gave away her age.
You were done. You weren't supposed to reveal that.
Well, you know. I love you.
I love you too. We hope that you will join us next week on the next episode when we'll figure it out. Or maybe we won't. But hopefully you will. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.